Hello and welcome to Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber, a movie review podcast. We are also a secret organization of martial artists, samurais and warriors around the world band together to fight evil and corruption for the good of mankind. My name is Basil, retired general of the Assassination Corps, now in charge of hosting this podcast. Our honorary shadows, Alex, Con, and Nikonsi, happen upon our humble little secret chamber, and in exchange for not revealing our many secrets, we let them record their podcast from our facilities, which has been working out nicely, actually. Today the boys reviewed two movies, Detective Pikachu and a Chinese film called The Golden Job. Once again, a near-death Pikachu moved an entire audience to tears, along with Justice Smith's emotional performance. I swear I would go into battle for that red-cheeked face. No one throws a boulder at my Pikachu, and I'm talking to you, Geodude. That one was for my red version players. Junior was outraged because he didn't receive his Pokemon cards. Looks like another 19-year-old cinema employee failed to show enthusiasm for his minimum wage part-time job. They can't all be employees of the month, Con. Lower that bar a little bit. And it's okay, I'll share my cards with you. I myself got a Caterpie, a Fire Energy card, and a Detective Pikachu Actually, that one's off limits. Sorry, mate. After a very, very nerdy talk about Pokemon lore, the boys moved on to review the movie called The Golden Job, a kung fu movie starring Ekin, Cheng and Jordan Chan that made Alex cringe so much we had to pause the movie because he was starting to convulse and foam at the mouth. He's not very good at wholesome and feel-good moments. We have our top wizard and mage shadows investigating how he can walk around while being dead inside. Alas, the movie got so bad that the boys actually began to enjoy it. This one is going to be one for the so bad it's good genre, which we're so excited for you to watch. Everyone needs nights like those. I imagine it's a lot like when every girl that ever existed gets together with their closest of friends and watch Mean Girls. Oh, Pink Wednesdays. I do hope you enjoy this episode. Once again, we are Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber. Cheers! What do you guys think of the quality with these dampeners? Can you hear the difference a little bit?
Not yet. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Peter Pecker picked a peck of pickled penis peppers. Plausibly.
A peck of penis peppers.
He didn't read a lot of Dr. Seuss growing up.
No, he did not. No, see, what the funny part about that is that I don't usually hear you fuck up your words, so that was a great
So
moment
I said,
for me.
yeah.
We're just gonna start with alliteration drills for Junior tonight.
Okay. Are you gonna Google this?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Alliteration poems. Okay, this is what you have to read.
Oh, I want to go next.
You have to say it
Short
fast.
examples of alliteration.
Yeah.
The chilling cold almost chopped him apart.
No, you gotta say it fast.
The chilling cold almost chopped him apart.
Faster.
Here, let me try. I'm ready. The lion licked the wounds of indignation after his prey was snatched by the hyenas.
And you didn't give him any shit for saying it slow?
The ship sailed and sank like the Titanic. The famous scholars...
Too many.
The shit. My brain short-circuited.
The shepherd chicken said negation. That's how you were supposed to do it.
Can we play that back in slow motion, please?
Teach a ton of weak student for the repeat failures.
This is why
That's how you're supposed to say it.
Can I say it? Can I? Wait, hold on. Let me say it slow after you say it. Okay, you go.
The poor patient shouted at the brief door when the door opened.
I can't tell if
number
he's.
12.
I can't tell
That was
if he's
number 12.
trying to be Eminem or Chris D'Elia doing Eminem.
The poor patient shuddered at the brief draft of air that came in when the window opened.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
That's what he said.
That's
Hey, let's
exactly
hear it
what
one
I
more
said.
time. Let's hear it one more time.
The poor patient shouted at the brief draft of air that came in when the door opened.
I think you missed 17 letters.
Is
in
it
that.
Eminem or is it Chris D'Elia doing Eminem?
I think it's
Mannequin, Plannequin, the shepherd shook his head in negation.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get straight to business today. Okay.
Straight to business.
I got my business.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome. I have my business socks on. My name is Alex. This guy over here, his name is Khan.
Were you like say Michelle Kwan? Like what?
What? No,
This guy over here is Michelle Kwan.
And that guy who you just heard is Nakansi. We are Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber, and we're here to review some shit. Okay?
But like the good kind of shit, because English is a terrible language.
While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping.
So as the rhyme witch kind of flies around the podcast room.
Is it rhyme Witchard?
No, just she's a witch. That rhymes. She just
Wizard?
she flies around on a broomstick and just like,
If you say Wizard, it just sounds like you're trying to be like Jay-Z.
and then she like flies by the mic and then says rhymes.
There's a polar bear in our Frigidaire. It's like it's cold in there.
See, there she is. Okay, so we're gonna review two movies. We're gonna be reviewing Detective Pikachu, and then we're gonna be reviewing Nakansi. What is the name of the movie that we just watched?
The Golden Job.
There you go.
It was golden. So we're gonna take a really tiny stop over at the current game corner. And Mordhau is a game a lot like Chivalry. I don't know if you ever heard of that one, but it's a kind of basically melee, like it plays like a first-person shooter, but it's like all melee. It's all melee and it's all sword play. And it's really cool. You have to change the angle of your attack. It's really goofy. They have a bard, like actual loot, and it reads MIDI files. And so I downloaded MIDI files so I could play the loot. And I play through the Fire and Flames on the loot.
Oh, that's
and it
fun.
was really fucking goofy. It was
Cool.
a really goofy game. And then side note from that, actual old recommendation that I already said, because we're doing old recommendations, is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. If you haven't heard about the Ace Attorney series, my goodness, it is some of the most amazing like visual novel that you'll get in America.
Super dope.
Play it. Flex that big brain.
That's
Find the
right.
contradictions.
You can do it.
Take that!
All right. Thank you for the recommendations for this week. What should we start with, guys?
We got two movies to talk about today.
Hell yeah.
I want to end it on a higher note than I was expecting.
Okay. So should we? Yeah,
So we
right?
should just talk about Pikachu because we know that was a good movie.
Yeah, let's start with Detective Pikachu for sure. What were your guys' impressions?
In correlation to my previous recommendation that I just literally said, the Detective Pikachu game is also really good, like point and click mystery game.
That's Game Boy Color?
No,
What was it?
Nintendo 3DS.
Ah, got it. I feel like a dummy.
But yeah, definitely check out that game if you've got some kashish or if you know somebody who's got it. Borrow it from them. Play to your heart's content. Enjoy the adventure. Enjoy Daddy Pikachu Reynolds, and then go re-see the movie.
Yeah. For me, my impressions was Justice Smith is an amazing actor. The dude, like he was super funny, and I just liked his like he had good charisma on his on screen. Like you ever see somebody and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna be big. Like we're about to see him pop up everywhere.
Screen.
Oh
Like,
shit, he's on screen.
He deserves that.
He is big.
He worked that.
Like he's
Yeah.
literally big. Like if I stand
Yeah.
next to him, He's like
If I stand next to him, I'm
20
a
feet
Joltik
tall.
right now.
Yeah.
And he'll be a Torterra.
Yep. Mhm.
Damn.
But like a mega evolved.
There is no Mega Evolution for Torterra.
Damn it. So that was my first impression. Justice Smith, dope. The next thing I like was the concept of the world, like a city where battling wasn't legal. Cause like that's kind of modernizing Pokemon. Pokemon's been around for a long time, and like a lot of people are like, hey, that's kind of fucked up, just making them battle. Like that's kind of been talked about like in fan circles. So I like that idea of like giving the Pokemon citizenships, giving them like jobs, and them kind of cohabitating with humans.
That's where it depends on where you get your information and what alleys of digging into Pokemon Go. Because the thing is that specifically in other regions, they have normal jobs.
Yeah.
But battling is still the normal there. That's very specific to the setting that Detective Pikachu, the game and the movie, set up for you. Is Rhyme City is trying to push some more some other styles of life with living with Pokemon.
Yeah. Right, and in the show, you would see that kind of shit, like Machoke and like Mankey's like, doing construction and shit like that.
It's like at what point is it considered that they're just doing their job and they're being employed?
You know,
right?
Yeah. You know what I do appreciate though is that they made the movie very approachable. Patty watched it. She played 0 Pokemon, and I think watched like very little. And she was good. She enjoyed the shit out of the movie. Mm-hmm. So it was very approachable. And like final part of my impression is I want to see more.
Daddy Reynolds.
Ryan did a great job of really bringing this Pikachu to life because he wasn't Deadpool like everybody was going to say. You know what I mean?
A lot of people were definitely on the fence. Like when the first trailer came out, they're like, what? Like there's gonna be a live action Pokemon movie? And then the second trailer came out, it's a little more polished. It's like, what the fuck? Like Ryan Reynolds is the voice of the Pikachu.
Yeah.
And then like the last like couple of trailers that came out, they just changed a lot of those graphics. They made it more what you were expecting, and I think a really prime example of that is Charizard. And some of the first couple of trailers was just like really not. Like it didn't look like how anybody was interpreting Charizard to be.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, you're like, no, it's a fucking Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard was
fucking badass.
Yes, he was actually. That's a good ass point.
Damn.
Your impressions, Nikonsi?
The graphics were amazing.
Yes.
It was crazy.
This movie couldn't have existed 19
I was like,
years
what?
ago.
When they first showed the shot of who was at the very beginning? He was about to blow up.
Mewtwo?
No.
In the bubble?
No, Justice is trying to catch him.
Oh, Cubone.
Oh, yeah, Cubone. I was like, this is crazy. This is amazing. Cubone. It's freaking Cubone.
That's so great. Yeah, and that was like a good moment where Justice like showed his like funny skills. You're like, yeah, all right, I already like this kid.
I do. Have you seen him in Get Down?
No,
on Netflix. It's a Netflix miniseries.
Really?
It's so good.
Really?
You'd really like it. Yeah.
Is like comedy or what is it?
It's a drama comedy. It's a pretty drama.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's about music, the hip hop era, the beginning.
Definitely gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's you guys want to touch on anything else on the movie? Or you guys want to get into some badass moments?
They gave Arduino a lot of screen time for no real reason. There's so many more interesting Pokemon, and they put Arduino at the fucking at the very forefront of that pan out. Do you know what I'm talking about? Arduino was just like, yeah, I'm fucking Arduino. I'm saving a life here. Like it was just really, really like I was really grouchy about that because there's so many cool Pokemon, and I get that they want to develop the kind of without a lot of people actually experiencing the game or reading the manga where the game story comes from as well.
Right.
Like, that's another thing that I want to touch on before we get on to other things, is that people won't understand that the manga for Pokemon is actually like really good storytelling.
It's insane.
Just like amazing world building outside of the games. Like, a lot of people's interpretation of Pokemon is legitimately just based off of the movies, the anime, and the games.
Can you tell me which animes, or not animes, but which mangas, like Pokemon mangas, you would recommend? I can already say Diamond and Pearl is amazing.
The Diamond and Pearl arc was really, really well done. In particular, I think the easiest thing to recommend, not just as a cop-out right now, is the very beginning.
The original?
The original arc, where you get to figure out how Ash isn't actually the character that you play as in the games.
Oh,
right?
really?
Right. Yeah, most of that story follows who's the character called Red, who later, right, and it's really more like Ash isn't actually a character in those, like, in the games. His whole persona doesn't actually carry through the same way that Red is Red and Blue is Gary.
Right.
Because Ash is supposed to be the yellow, the third kid, whoever, right? Because there is a green person who does have another Pokemon. But, like...
Is that another arc?
There's, like, a whole bunch of different stories to be told, right? Yeah.
Whoa. So the green arc?
There's definitely a green character. Somebody who, is
who picked, like, Bulbasaur?
No, that's what I was going to lead into. I need to double check on all that.
Dude, please do that.
I'm pretty sure that Red picked Charmander, but he catches a Bulbasaur.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the more iconic duos is Red and his Ivysaur.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't remember too much right now, but that's what I mean by, like, a lot of people don't know that there's this whole other set to Pokemon going on.
It's a shame that those didn't get made into animes. Like, that the anime was such a profit chasing
that's what I was
machine.
That's what I was trying to lead it with, was like, don't get me wrong, I actually really enjoy Ash's character development throughout the series.
I guess if you want to call it development.
If you want to call it development, yeah.
Or
like, yeah. It's more about the storytelling that they choose to use with the anime.
Well, like, it seems like at every beginning of every new region that he goes to, he forgets all his battling skills. Like, you know what I mean? He just stays stupid.
That's what I mean by, like, at a certain point, the series changed its target audience. Right?
100%.
Right? Like, the very first original series, all through Johto,
yes,
is, like, basically the same series. And even parts of Hoenn, which is the third generation, that one is when we start getting into, like, oh, wait, all the kids who played the game are grown-ups now. They're grown up.
Which they could continue catering to us, but there's gonna be less of us. So business...
They have to figure out how to do it, right?
Yeah, they have to just change their audience,
right? And then getting now to the, like, Black and White in particular, which is Unova, which was based around New York City, if I believe correctly. So, like, basically the last 3 series have been just changing a lot of storytelling going on. And you're right, it is frustrating to think, like, new Pokemon game. A new Pokemon series. I'm Ash Ketchum and I don't know how to fight Pokemon, but Pikachu can.
Like, this is a Pokeball. You're like, motherfucker, you've been through 7 regions and you're still
supposedly only 13.
That too.
Still supposedly only 13.
Yeah.
That's the thing that actually bothers me the most about the anime series, is that they aren't willing to let him grow up.
And they dick teased us about him and Misty for so long. I just wanted to see full circle.
Not even the best couple, and you know it. There are way other ships that we can sell.
Who you think it was? Like May?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think May. There was no chemistry there.
I'm trying to remember her name in the anime. Dawn?
Dawn. Really? Dawn? The one with the
beanie?
Piplup?
Piplup and Beanie?
Really?
That one is a very good chip. Don't fight me on that pod.
Guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is a great talk. This is like a talk that I've been wanting to have for so long, and I hope that we're satisfying your Pokemon boner right now.
We can all have this
I feel
talk
weird about saying that.
way more often if you listen, tell your friends to listen, follow us on our Facebook, hang out with us. Don't make me lonely, make them lonely.
Yeah, no, I want to hang out too. But yeah, dude.
Next time on Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber, we talk about Hidden Shadows. And we figure out what kind of chamber pots are used in the secret chambers.
Also, are hidden shadows just shadows that go, like, get lost in a bigger shadow? Next time on Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber. Okay, so why don't we jump into some badass moments? We can go down this Pokemon talk forever. Do find me a list, because I want to read this shit. I'll post it on the Instagram, tell you what manga you guys should be reading per Khan's recommendation.
Where do I start, though?
I just literally recommended that you should start from the very beginning with Red.
Honestly, you can start with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Did you play those?
That was also a good starting point. But
yeah, you don't even need to read it, but that's a great one. That's a fantastic one. Okay, badass moments. For me, let me a little spoiler. Pikachu versus Mewtwo. The final fight scene. No, final. When he was jumping on the freaking the float, the parade floats. Yeah. And he started using his moves. I was like, yo!
Shout out to the Smash scene, Poke Floats Forever.
It was so dope. It was so dope watching him use his Thunderbolt, like figure out his charge, his Volt Tackle. I can actually use
the Volt Tackle. Like,
his fucking Iron Tail. It was either Iron Tail or it was... No, it was for sure Iron Tail.
That was the move, because he swiped his tail.
Yes. It was so sick. And I'm like, I need more of this shit. I want next movie, because this has got to be a next movie, guys, to be like more battles. That'd be so amazing.
As a grass type person.
Oh, you're a grass type, huh?
Yeah. I will 9,000 times out of 10 pick the grass type Pokemon for my first playthrough. With the only exception being my very first game was Pokemon Yellow, and I kept the Pikachu, and then I traded only the Pikachu for all of Myron's box. Never forget.
I gave him all of my Pokemon that I collected.
And the Pikachu wouldn't walk.
And I collected a lot of Pokemon.
In the actual game?
We traded.
Whoa. That's crazy. Yeah. Your badass moment?
Wait, I didn't even say mine. I was just saying my personal life achievement badass moment.
Your badass moment, but tell us about the movie badass moment.
When they were in the lab and they showed off Greninja's tongue scarf, I was like, yo, this is good.
Crazy.
But the real badass moment was I called that the island that they were on was the Torterra. After seeing the Grotle growth expansion, I was like, oh fuck, the whole island's a turtle. And then it was the Torterra, because I remembered my deep Pokemon lore knowledge that Torterra can grow up to be ridiculous sizes.
It was pretty cool. You know what, that kind of brings me to a point. You know how Pokemon we always think they're bigger than they are, but then you actually go into the Pokedex and you see like Dragonite and he's like 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I like that they kept to that scale.
Yeah, it was.
Did you notice that?
But it was a really flexible scale still. That's the main thing. It's like Dragonite is tall because he's on average bigger and taller than a person.
Mm-hmm.
So like keeping that scale in mind, Pikachu is only about to your kneecaps, and in the movie he's a little taller.
Yeah,
like it's reasonable still. Like Jigglypuff is the Jigglypuff scene was just...
That was great. That was great. I
really
loved that. This whole movie
was just filled in the right way.
Yeah.
With all the fan service that you wanted.
100%.
Right? My favorite moment was Psyduck.
Psyduck was great.
When he finally used his power. I love Psyduck. I'm like, shit.
By the end of that movie, both me and Patty wanted a Psyduck. Like she thought it was adorable, and she loved like she doesn't do that. She's not that girl. It's like, oh, how cute. She doesn't do that shit. But she was with the Pikachu sad face shots. She's just like, oh. It got her right in the heartstrings, dude. I was like, you okay over there, dude?
Freaking Psyduck had me cracking up. He was so anxious. It's like, yeah.
You got me in the back here with a psychopath? Really, dude? Yeah, no, fine. I could totally rub your legs. Just whatever you want, buddy. As you
I want to
stay
watch
calm.
it again. I already want to watch it again.
The way that script was written, and not including, because again, I haven't actually played Detective Pikachu. I just know that it's that good. The thing is that particular scene is amazing because of the way it was written. You get the sense of like, even though Daddy Reynolds is in the Pikachu body, that he still can understand Psyduck and understand the magnitude that he's actually capable of.
Yeah, he's like you guys are fucking crazy. This is a time bomb that we're working with.
And again, just the way it was delivered and written for us, just you get that weird like
that understanding.
Pokemon are incredible.
Yeah, yeah. I have another fun one for me, just because this is my favorite Pokemon, but like the fly-in, the shot where you were following the Pidgeotto.
Oh, from the very beginning.
From the very beginning, and I was like, you guys already got my favorite Pokemon on screen.
You're like,
I'm happy.
Got nostalgia baited,
dude. Pidgeotto was my the Pidgeotto and Pidgeot evolution.
Pidgeot.
Even Pidgeot. Even though
they make a very, very clear, like, no, this is an extra syllable.
I've always said Pidgeot.
And you
I
just
don't know
Pidgeot,
why I decided to say like, Pidgeot. I've always said Pidgeot. But anyway.
Let it be confirmed on the podcast for all the listeners that as much as I appreciate and love Alex, he was a fool.
I was foolish. But yeah, even though like they're just at the beginning of the game and you literally get annoyed with how many of them pop up. Favorite evolution. Yeah.
Fucking edgelord.
You know me. Okay. Number rating.
Why are you pointing at me, man?
I'll give it.
Because I wanted you to go first.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. There's like it wasn't a perfect movie, but it was amazing. It was so funny. And even now thinking back on it, I'm laughing and like saying, I need to watch it again. So great rewatch value. Absolutely recommend it to anybody and everybody, Pokemon fan or not. And Ryan Reynolds nailed it. Loved his Detective Pikachu, especially the coffee scene. That was great. All right, go ahead.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It's a fantastic movie. Mm-hmm. Definitely geared towards family and kids.
Yeah,
of course. You know, generic is pretty generic. It's a generic plot.
Do you think there would ever be a PG-13?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That was as PG.
No, but it's a good kids movie. It's a good kids movie, and I enjoyed it. It's like one of those movies where you're excited to see it when you take your little cousins too.
Yeah.
Even though I would totally still see it without my cousins.
Yep. Which I definitely did.
It's like you need an excuse to go watch it. You're like,
there was some grown ass people in that movie theater.
Yeah,
no kids.
Me, the girl next to me, and her boyfriend all kept looking at each other.
yeah.
I remember watching a Pokemon the first movie in theaters.
Same.
That is why this movie gets an 8 out of 10. I didn't get my motherfucking cards.
He's upset that he didn't.
That was
get
the
his
gong
cards.
of disappointment.
Did you get cards?
I did.
See?
And Patty got cards.
I didn't get my cards.
She was stoked. She's like, yes. I got Pikachu. I was like, you need to stop.
That's freaking funny.
We all just went in and I looked back and I'm like,
wait a minute here.
Chotomate, man.
Chotomate kudasai. What the fuck moments?
Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Old man called it Mewtwo.
Perfect. I like that format.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Pokemon. Drugs. Pokemon.
For me, it was first of all, Ryan Reynolds singing the opening theme song to the original in a sad way.
That was amazing. I love that part.
Deep cut right there, dude. I was like, oh my god.
It's you and me.
I know it's our destiny. Pokemon.
Oh, you're my best friend. The world we must defend.
It's an even deeper cut because once you figure out at the end of the movie that was his dad, he kept the room for his son.
Oh man!
And I was like, he's singing the Pokemon theme song.
Okay, so I have one that's going to lead into this, like to the emotion of the movie. First of all, the giant Torterra mountains, all they did was stand up and get back down.
That took an entirety of like 10 minutes, though.
It did.
Like,
and I was like, y'all just got up and you're like, all right, that's the daily activity.
Yeah, daily activity. Stretch.
Time to just sit.
I think I have a flea on my back.
Not gonna go like maybe take like a bathroom cake break. I mean, bathroom cake,
urinal cakes,
like cheesecake flavored. And then when Pikachu gets hurt, and then Justice delivers a very emotional performance with his concern for his partner.
He held a green big ass fucking jelly bean off camera.
Did he?
That's
amazing. I mean, like, no, I'm just saying.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, CGI. You had to have done that whole scene, like.
That's some good acting,
right? That was good.
I was like, I'm getting emotional here. Like, that's just his acting right there. Dude. I was like, oh, he called a partner. Is this partner gonna be okay? It was great. That's all I got for Detective Pikachu. You guys got anything else you guys want to add? Go watch that movie, guys.
Support Daddy Reynolds.
Daddy Reynolds.
He's on fire.
Is daddy. Also, let's get another freaking Pokemon movie out there. We need that. We need this to be a series and like a big underlying plot.
Very quick shout out to the end credits is exactly what I wanted. They were showing cuts of the character designs from the manga.
That was cool.
Alongside everything.
That was a good nod.
That was just
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of movies with great end credits.
We've been watching a lot of movies for like a lot of episodes.
How many episodes are we at?
We're at 58. This is 59. Potentially.
So that means that at minimum we have watched 20 more movies than that. Because we have like 20 episodes of like we like almost recorded, then we didn't, or we did record and something happened.
Or we messed up.
All right, guys.
Dang, yeah, we've had 58 episodes.
Yep.
That's crazy.
We doing it, fam. We go.
A lot of episodes.
We have for you the second movie that we watched today, which was The Gold Job.
Golden Job.
The Golden Job. Ahí Dios,
it's Golden Job.
I'll give you the Golden Job.
Golden Job. This movie, I chose this movie specifically because it starred Ekin Cheng.
He looked familiar.
Was that the long hair dude?
Yeah, it's the long hair dude. He's one of my favorites because way back in the day, he was in this movie called Storm Riders, which is based off of a manga, and it's very Is it
like, bad?
No, it's like so bad it's good, but at the time it's like really good because you're like, wow, this is crazy stuff.
Yeah, but now
he has this crazy long hair and he's super cool.
It's really dated now, isn't it?
Good looking.
And then there's also he starred in another movie based off a Chinese manga called A Man Called Hero, which is really good.
Didn't you and I watch
really
that?
Good.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
all did. These are the the tapes we used to rent from Blockbuster. My
I
dad
didn't-
would take us.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh, you would love it.
We should watch that one.
We should rewatch it.
Yeah.
See,
I'm down.
look at this.
He is so good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I want to watch it right now. I'm gonna watch it right now.
So this movie was very interesting. So first of all, I guess
Plot breakdown.
these guys have like a job where they do heists for this one company, right?
They just I think they randomly get hired.
They get hired.
were
They're
mercenaries.
contractors. Yeah. And they had to protect this dude, and somehow the dude that they had to protect gets killed, so they get fired. So they go off and do a whole freelance thing with this kind of work, but they do it for the better of mankind. Kind of like Hidden Shadows, The Secret Chamber. So yeah, like, okay, so even though this had like a super cringe story background, right?
Awful.
Yeah,
Y'all haters.
five
It's
kids,
awful.
five troubled kids get into a bar fight, and now they're in jail. Random dude
They
breaks them out.
They explained that he broke them out because they were working his turf.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't change how weird it was.
Yeah, it was really weird. Now it's like, can we start calling you?
And can we call you Papa? I'm like, what? That's what?
That scene was so okay. Like, that was so weird. So we got all this weirdness.
You guys didn't get the depth of how long that passed.
We got all this weirdness built up, and then the movie just blows your mind with action and just crazy car chases and gun fights.
And like Chinese imitating American kind of comedy.
Yeah, like that.
It was weird. The movie was weird.
It was
Yeah.
weird, but it wins you over.
It's so
It was
entertaining.
good the whole
You-
time. This movie is Steve Urkel. It doesn't know why it's funny, but it is.
Yeah,
And we can appreciate that, and then we see it grow. And
yeah.
then he becomes a cool dude.
And then he becomes Stefano. Remember when he made the clone? Yeah. He was super cool. Yeah, dude, it was insane, man. Just because of like how the movie evolved and how the plot kind of got complicated and steered away from the stereotypical shit, right?
A part of the movie, I was like in my head, I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is kind of bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because like you thought it was gonna like just be another generic movie that hits the checklist of cliches all on the marker, but then like again, it just veers away from that to where it gets developed into its own plot and story, and it has a pretty cool ending, in my opinion.
And it has some weird cliches, like the music.
That
Those
was
was like
hilarious.
full-blown music videos.
Like
That's
we kept
weird.
on calling him out. That's the funniest part was we were like, are they really gonna do this? And then they did it. And we were like, yeah.
It was like a Chinese Bollywood movie,
It kind of was.
except instead of dancing, they just walk really slow.
They had great slow motion
Wow.
themes.
Over and over. It was cracking me up.
But again, we were talking about like how this movie was like if America tried if basically China tried to make an American film,
Yep.
like a Michael Bay.
Yeah. Or like a Fast and the
It
Furious.
was really
Yeah.
video
movie.
game.
Just an action.
It was
action
hilarious, and I think that it helps that a lot that we all watched it together. I don't think any of us would have watched it by ourselves.
I would have hated watching it by myself, to be honest.
Oh yeah, but if you watch it with your boys,
It's freaking hilarious.
I've got put in the best mood all week.
We kept calling it out on the same stuff. It was funny. It was good.
Seriously.
Like,
all right.
if I hadn't seen it with you two, it would have probably been a 4 or a 5. And I'm like,
You probably wouldn't even have made it through the whole film. Don't watch this by
Yeah.
yourself.
don't watch it by yourself. There are things that I've made it through without you guys. I'm just like, yeah, this is not gonna be recommended at all.
Yeah, grab a few like drinks and watch this with your buddies.
Let's jump into some badass moments.
Badass moment. My favorite badass moment was the secret Japanese karate master. He's my favorite.
Oh my god!
I'm not saying that like in a racist way, because you can't be racist to an Asian person if you're Asian, right? That's the
No, yeah, actually, that is possible. Happens to Mexicans too.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the guys who work in
All
border
the
control.
guys who walk around.
Well,
and,
my
like,
my favorite part is when he does like 5 different strikes to the guy's throat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was just like, all right, this movie is mine. I love it now.
I love how they honored karate, because like it's about like strength, and the dude was like, you could tell that he was like a solid dude, and like that was what he took pride in, because like guys were trying to like hit him, and he's like, nah bitch, forearm, fucking strike to the throat, down.
I want to look like that when I'm old.
That guy was a stud.
I wanted to do a quick shout out to the gunplay was actually really cool. A lot of
Yes.
times
They had
And it
really
wasn't-
cool gunplay.
The thing is that it wasn't unbelievable, the amount of like excessive shooting without reloading. It was pretty reasonable.
Nice.
I wasn't keeping too good of a bullet count, but the fact is that several times I called out every single bullet on screen, and then they reloaded, and I'm like, that's all right in my book then.
Look, like counting bullets, like honestly, if you're like filming an action scene, like there's an importance to counting bullets, because that kind of keeps it realistic. Because we're gonna like, you can get away from like realisticness really badly if you don't keep track of bullets your guys are shooting, because you can have like a dude with a fucking like one handgun and he's just shooting. You're just like, when the fuck does he run out of bullets?
John Woo, like a lot of those scenes are convenient reloading for, even though I love John Woo's gun fu, it's like you very obviously have a 1911 freaking Colt 45 handgun. They only make it up to 8 rounds because there's 7 and there's 1 in the chamber.
Yep.
And he's just
just unloading
unlimited ammo.
Yeah. You guys can see what the fuck is going on. Oh my god.
My favorite part is that for most of the movie, everybody was like on a slip and slide. They were just sliding everywhere.
action.
For no reason whatsoever.
They kick the wall and then they slide backwards. Yeah.
So you know, like when you need to like walk up to a van and stick something to the back of it? Nope. We're going to slide up to the van.
We're just going to start sliding everywhere we go now.
And it's just like the whole concept of like when you're playing baseball and you're running to home base, you're like, you got to slide to home. Like it just makes it more dramatic and epic. So, slides.
Yeah, slide to the kitchen, slide to your car.
Slide to the right.
Slide to the left.
Slide to the left.
All right.
Step back now, y'all.
Okay, stop masturbating.
Jesus, be gentle, sir. Be gentle. In the first like action sequence, my favorite badass moment was where it was one of those moments where like the two guys like in front of the camera will make a plan. Okay, you go this way, you go that way, right? That kind of moment. And the guard comes through, they split up, and you see there's 2 guards coming down, and you see one of the brothers take down the first guard, and then the other brother like jumps through a glass window and just tackles the other dude against the wall. That was so stylistic and just different. All the fight scenes were very stylistic.
That was a Chekhov's gun because they replay the similar scene at the very end of the movie with the shotgun passing.
Yeah,
That was
I love
sick.
that part. I love that part.
dude, like Jesus Christ. Yeah, and that's when when the movie got really video gaming, right?
Yeah,
was
they had a level
hilarious.
design for the last area.
It was amazing.
Here's the final hallway.
I feel like I was playing Battle Creek in Halo.
Yeah, you have all the
That
bad
was-
guys
I was
lined up.
I was
then
like, where are you going with that one? What? Where are you going with that?
I feel like I was like on Rainbow Highway in Mario Kart.
It's called a railgun shooter.
I feel like I was like
He's gonna get it right, guys. Don't worry.
I feel like I was like
Time Crisis.
Virtual
Cop.
like House of Dead.
There you go.
There you go.
I feel like I was like
No, you got it.
like House of Dead.
Yeah. There we go. Well, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, they had all the dudes lined up, and then you're like, all right, this is your obstacles, and then this is the final boss. Do it.
Deep cut. If we ever get ourselves an office, I'm going to need to have one of our secretaries just constantly putting things on the table for me to throw into baskets around us.
That would be amazing. I would love that. Notate that, please. Okay.
Keep this in the records in the episode.
Number rating. And this is going to be a weird number rating because this is a so bad it's good number rating.
Oh yeah.
That's like should be a separate.
We haven't had this kind of episode like of this category
In a while.
Yeah, we haven't watched some
we
bad
don't-
movies in a while.
It's weird.
We've
good
been
to get back
watching
to
so
it.
many good movies. It's been a
Right.
while since we've watched some bad movies.
Yeah,
But it's
dude.
so
It's
bad
been a
it was
while.
good. That was the thing.
You need that shit.
Yeah, long time no see.
Long time no see.
Long time
Long
no
time no
see.
see.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. I want everybody to greet each other like that. Don't even say hi. Don't even say, hey, what's up? Just say long time no see. Because that's what the main character said every single time he saw somebody. That he
that's so
didn't
great.
even know. He
It's
didn't
like-
know these people. He's like, long time no see. Long time no see. The funny part is, he said that all in English. They had weird English moments.
Just random English
That
for
was
no
something-
reason.
Yeah.
We've talked about this in other episodes where the English that they do choose to put in doesn't feel natural.
But why do they
And
choose to
this one
speak
was
English to the other person who knows Chinese? That's
No.
weird.
Yeah, there was a Chinese dude. He's like, this is speaking Mandarin, goddammit.
No, yeah. He's like, no, we're gonna talk in English.
No, I am practicing my
Random.
English.
I work for
Yeah,
the
I'm practicing-
intelligence agency.
Practicing my English right
we
now.
should. It is required for the class
Yeah.
that I take. This is a Russian accent. I'm sorry. Okay, number. So number. I'll give my number rating. And again, this is on a so bad it's good number rating scale, 1 through 10. I'm gonna give this an 8
This
because-
guy's crazy.
because. Well, again, it's the same as the other scale. Would I recommend it to somebody? Yes. Would I watch it again? Yes. Did I enjoy myself? Yes.
You learn to.
Like it fucking I went through a transformation in this movie. I went from a jaded, cynical bastard to a happy,
Jaded,
cynical
bastard.
man.
Cynical bastard.
Cynical bastard. So I just
Yeah,
went from
just-
sad to happy.
Yeah.
But that's enough.
That's enough. What you guys got?
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
All right.
And the so bad is good. If it was a regular rating, I would give it a 5.
I would give this like a 2. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
What?
It's pretty bad.
Yes.
It's a bad movie.
It's
I would
bad.
agree with his
It's a bad.
5 on a regular scale, movie
Okay,
scale.
probably
I would
a
agree
4.
with his
3 or
5.
4. 3 or 4.
Probably a
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so then
I
would
give
it,
Kung
like-
Fu Time Traveler a 5.
Oh, that was
That's a 5.
and that was amazing.
And I did like that
was so
movie more
good.
than this one.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah, it had way cooler fight scenes.
Hell yes.
that's
And
true,
then
yeah.
we've also seen some John Woo movies that had better like gun fight scenes as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So this film, it nothing was spectacular. Let's just get that straight. Nothing was like mind-boggling amazing.
No.
But they just had funny moments that if you're with the right people watching this movie, you're going to look at each other and say, what the heck? That's freaking hilarious.
Yes.
What is going on?
Yes. And they don't even mean to be funny.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
It's like a tongue-in-cheek film. At the beginning when straight from the beginning they fuck up their job and then they're like and then they get fired and what do they
It's
say?
like a wholesome.
Yeah.
Hey, looks like we got fired. You know, it's good though. We don't have to do jobs that we don't like anymore. Yeah, I'm tired of fighting against my conscience. What the shit? There was like a ukulele and harmonica track in the background. Like the beginning of fucking all RPG video games. You're
And
like,
there's-
what the
that's
fuck
why
is
I
this
loved
shit?
it.
And then there was Backstreet Boy music video segments where they're just walking. Like, what are we watching right now?
I think that's why I knew I would give it the highest number score.
Go.
Like, from a regular scale.
What is
On
that?
a regular scale, you actually moved down to a 4, so I'll stick to my 5.
Okay.
Because all the jokes, if they weren't intended as jokes, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
But everything in this movie had me like, yeah, this is great.
I'm
I'm watching this movie, and every single time I would look at you guys wouldn't know what was going on, and you would just keep laughing, and I'm like, I'm laughing with you guys, but I can pay attention to the movie.
we were laughing too hard on some parts. We were like, what the heck is
How do you
going
not
on
know
in this
it's-
movie?
Like,
Long time no see. What was your so bad it's good rating?
my so bad it's good rating is 9 out of 10. Must see. Get your fucking homies.
Damn.
Get some fucking beers. Smoke a bowl. Like whatever you need to get prepped. This movie is hilarious.
It's
Make
so
sure it's
good.
with your best buds.
Yes.
Like you can't go on an RPG adventure without the right party. You want to watch this with the right party.
that's right. Your best buds.
Sit
This
down
is
and have a
like-
bad movie day.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys
it was
haven't
so
been together in a
funny.
while. This is what y'all need to do to get together. Okay. This is a big moment for me because I have a big what the fuck moment.
Okay.
At the beginning where, well, it was after like they got fired and the dude went to like this refugee camp and he met up with his girlfriend or whatever the fuck. And they're on this dock having like a romantic moment. And after they say all their shit, the girl takes off her shoes and sits down at the edge of the dock and dips her feet in the water. The dude just sits down and dips his boots in the water and just kicks them. And it was the
That-
weirdest thing ever.
That is what sold me on the video game as a movie.
We're like, all right, here we go. This is what we're in for.
Put his still shoed feet
That's what
in
sold
the
me.
water.
That's how I knew we were in for a good time, was the video game moment of like, we just had like, yes, the whole cast and I have been burned. We've been betrayed. We quit our jobs. We don't have to worry about our consciences anymore. To, yes, love. Oh, you want to stick your feet in the water? Ding, 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 ding. Choose option B. I'm going to keep my shoes on.
Dude, no. It was almost like an actual video game glitch where the guy who built
He
this
just, like,
scene
sat
forgot
down.
to include him. Oh shit, I forgot to include him taking off his shoes. So it's just video game boots in water, in video game water. You're like,
He's just like,
that's not right. But oh well, it's a video game. Who
like,
gives a fuck?
so why didn't they fix this cutscene in post?
Real life. Oh,
I think if I were to make a film, I would throw weird things in there just like that.
so
Just-
subtle.
They're just like, what the? Did they even?
Speaking of,
Well, I'm
doesn't
never
even
gonna
make
forget that.
sense.
speaking of subtle things like that, it's like we were all making jokes like, "Oh, Lulu's hot." Like Lulu grew up. We don't even know who Lulu is. Then they showed the cutscene or the flashback scene, right?
Right.
Later on, the airplane joke. I was just like, it's real. We called it. They're doing the joke.
Wait, which airplane? I don't remember.
Papa was like, yeah, what? Mouse has been going into Lulu's room and they've been playing airplanes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, we called it.
It was, so can I ask you this? Was it Bill who did that weird Lulu greeting? Where he's like, "Lulu."
You're gonna hate me because I can't remember.
Shit. I feel like it was Bill. Because you're just like, you can't trust a guy who does that shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, that's just
too
weird.
dude. Okay, my what the fuck moment. I was pissed.
Okay.
I wanted my favorite character to use the sword, and I was like, "Oh, he got the sword!" And fuck you, director, because then he died.
That was
The director was like, more like, fuck you, viewer.
Yeah, I know.
No cool sword fight. Damn it.
I was
You
like,
got
in
hella
the background,
honey
I'm like, he's gonna get the sword. We're gonna see a cool fight scene with the sword. He's gonna get the sword, and then he does a really cool fight scene with karate and judo, and then he grabs the sword and then doesn't use the sword.
The best part about
shot.
that honey dicking is how much of a Chekhov's gun it was. Was just like, yeah, we're gonna show you the sword multiple times in the background.
Oh, he's gonna use it.
And we're going to use it.
Yeah.
But we're never going to use it.
What?
But how badass was that character though? He looks at his friend,
Yes.
and then he looks around and he's like, "It's time for your walk. It's time to stroll."
trying to like give him
Yeah.
a way to
Right?
get out.
Like, oh, we gotta do our daily stroll. It's
Yeah.
time, let's get out of here.
yeah.
Shit's creepy.
Uh-huh.
And then the guys just start slowly closing the
Fuck.
gates.
Those are hella greased doors.
Why you kill my
Like,
friend?
no,
Why
though.
you kill my friend?
They were just
In Japan? In Japan, that's how good they are with
Yeah,
their
that's
sliding
That's
doors.
what I mean.
It's amazing.
They weren't greased.
That's
it's
what
just
I mean.
wood on wood.
Yeah.
It's so
wood on wood, like
Yeah.
a lightsaber battle, like a Athens in the Greek battle, like Spartans just swinging their thing everywhere battle, like wood on.
Why is
Wait,
he
wait,
staring
wait.
at me for
Wait.
so long?
Yeah, I don't like that he was looking at you when he said swinging their thing.
No, sorry.
Okay. Shit, man. Do I have any other what the fuck moments? I think that's it.
Their
for me.
lines were hilarious.
Their
lines
lines
are
are
awful.
I want to put their lines on T-shirts.
Final what the fuck moment was the bro song.
Oh, wow.
Like one where like they're spoiler alert. Shit,
Yeah.
no,
it's not a spoiler alert. Yeah.
I
Okay,
highly-
well they're
yeah.
like they're at a funeral and they're all
Spoiler.
well.
Just
shit,
kidding.
They don't know whose funeral.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's a sad, like very like if a bro with his drinking buddies wrote this song. He had his acoustic guitar while the beer pong was going on, and he wrote this song for his bros. That was a great moment. It was just
And then
it
you
turned
throw
out to be
some
the ending
some
theme
rapping.
for the whole movie. and
Throw
you're
some
like,
rapping in there too.
the end. Yes, the end video that all the actors performed, and of course walking down very well dressed in all black, slow motion on a bridge. What else could you ask for?
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Alex's other half, Myron. Oh no, the other half,
Elliot.
Patty. When are we gonna get our photo shoot? Because we need to get all of the guys walking down a bridge.
Yes, we do. Fuck yeah, we do.
I nominate Nikansi to have the coolest jacket.
Yeah, you. Yeah,
We should all wear black though.
You deserve
It
it.
should all be black, but you
We
get
should
the
all wear
coolest
black.
jacket.
You get the coolest jacket.
As the
Okay.
jacket counter yourself, you get the coolest jacket.
Okay.
Mine has to be hooded in some way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get
This
to be
is going to be a
number one
weird
hoodie.
photo shoot.
And then,
I can't wait.
And then
You got to do a scarf.
Suki probably
Wait, I
want to
do
wear
a
hoodie too.
scarf.
You
Yeah,
already
the
get the
jacket.
coolest jacket.
Yeah,
All right.
it's one or the other.
Okay.
We're so like final
Fine.
about this. Like, no,
Fine.
it's just we don't write the rules. Okay, that's just.
It's just the way it is. It's just, sorry.
Hate to break it to you. I don't make the rules. I just
Yeah, we're just the up aboves.
I don't wanna be
just
that guy.
Send the message. Don't shoot the messenger.
Oh, this is awkward.
I'm pregnant.
I hate to be the bad guy, but
He is.
you're a daddy. I want to be told that I'm gonna be a dad that way. Patty,
Patty, listen to this.
listen to
episode.
this, and if you tell me this way, I will
Yeah.
literally, I will be excited.
Hate to be the bad guy.
You're a dad. Ugh. Well, I hate
This
these.
is like Paul Rudd.
I hate these kind of
If
confrontations.
Paul Rudd just told me that I'm a dad. That's how it would be.
Holy shit. Guys, follow us on Instagram at HSTSC33, on Facebook, Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber. We're on Spotify, iTunes. iTunes, drop some comments, rate us, subscribe to us, get us on that new and noteworthy list, and tell your friends. Thanks so much for the listens. Whoever's been going back and binging us, holy shit. That's amazing. Thank you for that.
Watch some of these movies. Don't just listen to us talk about these movies, please.
Go watch them.
Some of these movies.
We got some cool shit planned.
Listen, like not only. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, you say what you got to say.
Listen,
No,
I
you
don't mean
say what
to.
you
Okay, I'm gonna just piggyback off of Junior by saying, if you had a good time at watching the movies that we recommended, we want to hear it. Like, shoot us a message, write it in a review, and we'll read it on the show. Shout you guys out. We wanna interact with you guys.
Or even record yourself on your Instagram and put hashtag HSTSC approved.
Hell yeah, and then we'll freaking repost your shit. Got anything else you want to add?
That's everything,
Dude.
Good shit.
Follow me. I quit before the screen is over.
We're gonna be watching a lot more kung fu films. We promise.
I had to read back what he said slow. Follow him at Cookie Ninja.
before the screen is over.
Cookie Ninja Carving
before the screen is over.
at twitch.tv/Cookie Ninja Carving.